Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we are tackling a very specific kind of headache. I mean, we've all been there.
Oh, yeah.
You've got the perfect spot for a projector or maybe a wall-mounted TV in the conference room, but your laptop, your source, is like 30 feet away.
It's the classic cable across the floor problem. It looks awful, and, it's a massive tripping hazard.
Definitely. So you're either just staring at this ugly black line on your rug, or you're literally tearing up drywall to hide it.
Right.
So today, we're looking at a piece of hardware that claims to solve all that without drilling any holes. It's the NTI STWL4K L98 HDMI wireless extender.
That's a mouthful.
It is. Now, looking at the technical docs, this is not just, standard screen mirroring, is it?
No, and that is the most critical distinction to make right up front. Most people hear wireless video, and their mind immediately goes to a Chromecast or AirPlay.
Right.
And those devices, they take your video, they compress it heavily, shoot it over your standard Wi-Fi, and then the TV unpacks it.
Which is fine for YouTube, I guess.
It's fine for that, but it introduces lag, you get artifacts. This NTI unit is doing something fundamentally different. It's sending uncompressed, raw video data.
Which is a massive amount of information to push through the air.
Yeah.
The specs say this thing operates on the 60 gigahertz frequency band. For someone listening, why does that specific number change the game compared to, say, my home router?
Okay, so think of the radio spectrum like a highway system during rush hour. Your normal home Wi-Fi, the 2.4 or 5 gigahertz bands, that's a jammed city freeway.
Okay.
Everyone is on it. Your phone, your laptop, your neighbor's smart fridge, it's crowded. By jumping all the way up to 60 gigahertz, this device is essentially taking its own private, empty superhighway.
So there's just nothing else using it.
Almost nothing. It has this massive bandwidth all to itself, and that massive bandwidth is what allows for the uncompressed part.
It doesn't have to shrink the file down to fit through the pipe.
That's it, exactly. You have this huge dedicated pipe just for your video.
However, looking at the spec sheet, I do see a trade-off that we need to flag. It says it supports 4K resolution, which is great, but only at 30 hertz.
Yeah, and that's important.
If I'm a gamer, that's going to feel pretty choppy.
It definitely might. For movies or, a PowerPoint presentation, 30 frames per second is totally standard. It looks fine. But for high-speed gaming, or if you're using this as a PC monitor extension, yeah, you'd want to drop it down to 1080p.
And at 1080p, it does what?
At 1080p, it hits 60 hertz, which gives you that buttery smooth motion everyone expects now.
Speaking of gaming, the latency stats are, well, the lack of them is surprising. It lists less than 1 millisecond.
Which is, for all intents and purposes, instant. Because there's no heavy compression algorithm on both ends, it behaves almost exactly like a physical copper wire.
So no lip sync issues?
None. No input lag. What you see is happening in real time.
Okay, but we have to talk about the physics catch here. You can't have that kind of high-frequency speed without paying some price in range or penetration.
That is the fundamental constraint. 60 gigahertz signals are physically very fragile. Think of it more like a flashlight beam than a radio wave.
I see.
A radio wave goes through walls, right? A flashlight beam stops dead at the door.
So if I put the transmitter in my media cabinet and I close the wooden door,
the signal dies instantly. It relies strictly on line of sight. The manufacturer is really clear about this. It is an in-room solution only.
And the range is what?
About 98 feet, so 30 meters. Plenty for a big conference room or home theater, but yeah, if someone walks directly in front of the beam, the connection will drop.
So it's a set it and forget it kind of tool as long as you have that clear path. Now, beyond the home theater stuff, I found the scalability features really interesting for like a corporate setting.
Oh, absolutely. It's a huge feature for solving what I call dongle hell in meetings.
Dongle hell? I like that.
You can have up to 16 people with their own transmitters, all linked to one single receiver on the main screen.
So instead of passing a frayed HDMI cable around the table like some kind of talking stick, you just push a button on your own little box.
That's the idea. And you can do the reverse, too. One source broadcasting to 10 different screens at once. Think of a sports bar with TVs on every wall.
Okay, that makes sense. Price-wise, we're looking at around $205. It's not cheap, but when I think about a high-quality 50-foot active HDMI cable, those can easily run over $100, and they're fragile.
It's a specialized tool for a specific problem. If you have line of sight and you just absolutely hate cables, it's a very elegant fix.
It really is. It effectively replaces the wire with a teleportation beam, just as long as you don't break the beam.
Good way to put it.
It does bring up a final thought for me, though. We're seeing wireless charging, wireless data, now zero latency, uncompressed wireless video.
We are rapidly approaching a world with no ports.
It's exactly. If 8 gigahertz tech is this capable today, how long until our TVs and our monitors don't even have HDMI ports on the back anymore? Something to think about. Thanks for listening to this deep dive.